I wanted to share the importance of our inner beauty. And just so people don't get the wrong idea, this video is not saying no makeup is bad and wearing it is good. People can obviously do whatever they like when it comes to makeup. I'm just making the point that in the monastery I learnt a lot about less being more. The nuns, we didn't wear makeup at all. We couldn't. It simply wasn't allowed, because that life is not about how we look. It's how we are praying, how we are serving each other in community and the wider community. Hello, Cleo. Come and say hello. One of my little Maine Coons wants to say hello. There she is. Oh, yes. And you're not bothered about how you look, are you? Okay. So we weren't focused on how we looked. And I think it can be very easy to fall into that trap of maybe obsessing a little bit too much over that. And the sisters really taught me that what the most important thing was who we are, our personalities, how we treat each other, how we are with our family, how we are with our friends. That really is the most important thing that we have. The sisters would joke, we don't have time to sit in front of a mirror for 2 hours in the morning doing our makeup, doing our hair, thinking about what our nails, and think of how much time can be spent doing other things in the morning if we're not doing that too much. Hello, sweetie. And of course, I'm not saying that, if we're having a bad day, sure, we can put a little bit of makeup on and we can go out and it makes us feel better. Definitely do that. I do that, and everybody's different. But it really was an important message that when I came out of the convent last February, I just wore less and less makeup, and I felt really proud of the fact that I was doing that. Because when I'm wearing it, sometimes I'm thinking, who am I wearing it for? What am I doing? And that might sound a bit funny, but I literally would look in the mirror and go, what am I doing this? I'm going to shopping, so I think you might be able to relate, like, do we really need to do that? I think of course it's important to make the effort, but I think what the sisters were saying was not to worship it. Don't worship that, don't make that God. God is in our prayer life, isn't it, sweetheart? Yes, it is. Do you want to be on the camera? Little Cleo, she's beautiful. God is our prayer life. As I was saying, God is our personality, how we are putting ourselves in the world. Those qualities are so much more important. And it really was that feeling of less is more, because people always say nuns look so radiant and they're so happy and so joyful. And where is that coming from? And it's coming from their connection with God. So you see past, people might say, if you put too much makeup on, you're wearing a mask almost, and people can't get to the real you. And when we've all had nights out and we look totally different in the morning because it's all come off, it was this sense of not wanting to mask so much. Where's the real you in all this? And then to shine that out, to embrace that part of you, to put that out there, and to not be afraid really of what other people think of how you look. So I think it was really important. And I just wanted to share that because it was really hitting me that in the monastery we just didn't even think about it. We didn't compliment each other on how we all looked, because we all looked the same every single day. Everybody wore a habit. Everybody was in the same colour. There was never any, oh, look at you look great. It just didn't feature. And for me, that took a while to adjust to, coming from a world where people are paying you compliments and people are, and you sort of, your ego can be quite boosted. In the monastery, the ego is, get out. so it took me a while to think, oh, these things aren't going to be important anymore, and I don't need to think about that anymore. And it really was this incredible surrender to God. He's not interested what clothes I'm wearing, how I'm doing my hair. Jesus is concerned about how I am. Where's my heart with him? How am I treating other people? My behavior with myself, all these things. That's what makes the world go round. People's eulogies, they're not saying they wore the most phenomenal lipstick. Do you see what I mean? It's not there. they're saying, oh, they were so kind, and their smile and how they lit up the world when they came into their room, their aura, these things are important. And I think you can tell I'm very passionate about that. I think it's, especially we live in a world now where everybody filters absolutely everything, and it really we must remember that inner beauty is the most important thing, and that's where Jesus sits. Jesus dwells in that, and that's more important. So my picture of me and a little bit of makeup on one side and none on the other, you know, I'm just saying everybody can do what they want to do. Not one is better than the other. It's how the person feels. It's really how the individual feels. If you want to go out caked in makeup every day, great, do it. You know, do it. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. But I think it's important to stress that we remember our inner self is the most important thing, and to just embrace your natural beauty. We were all made like that. Nobody was born with makeup on. Embrace that natural side, and remember that God looks at those inner qualities far, far more.